Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful eyelet dress. So if you want to learn how, keep on watching. As you can see, I already pre-cut all my fabrics. And obviously I'm going to be using two fabrics, the black eyelet fabric and the lining is a jersey material. Here I am showing you how to make a neck facing. So you basically just trace the shoulder seams and the neckline, half C shape, and you're just going to cut it out. This facing is for the front piece, and you are going to do the same for the back piece. You're just going to trace the back bodice the same way like I did earlier. And you will have something like this. As you can see, the front piece is a little deeper than the back piece. So you will have 6 pieces of fabrics all together for the top. As you can see, I already pinned the lining on the actual fabric. I'm going to treat this fabric as one, so I'm going to sew them together. So if you want to learn how to make your own bodice pattern, I'm just going to leave the link in the description box below so you can go ahead and watch it. Also, I am going to attempt to attach a side zipper. That's why the side seam allowance on the left side is a little wider than the right side. And now you're just going to repeat the same process on the back piece. And here I am sewing the neck facing together. Be sure that the right sides of the fabric are facing each other. And now I'm getting ready to sew the two pieces together. And of course, right sides are facing each other. And here I am sewing the shoulder seams, and the next is side seam. Just one side seam because the other one is for the zipper. That will be the last step. Here I am just using 1/2 inch seam allowance. And it should look like this. It is looking pretty already. And this is where the zipper is going to be. I gave it 1 inch allowance for the zipper. Now it's time to attach the neck facing. As you can see, the right side of the fabric is facing out. And you're just going to match the side seams first. And then pin it to secure all the way around. And you're just going to sew it all the way around, and be sure that you are catching 3 fabrics: the main fabric, lining, and of course the neck facing. And then you're just going to fold it in, and I will finish that later on. I will hand stitch it. But basically that's how it's done. And as you can see, I serged the raw edges of the neck facing. I ended up trimming it off because it curled up the neck facing tremendously. And now I am going to top stitch it to prevent the neck facing from sticking up. And now it's time to attach the bottom piece of the dress. I have 2 yards here that I will cut in half. And you will also need 2 yards for the lining. And by the way, I am going to take advantage of the finished hemline here so I don't have to do it later on. Now I'm just going to sew the side seam all the way down to the hemline. Now I'm going to sew the lining on the black fabric. I'm just going to sew it like this all the way on the other end. And now I'm going to fold the fabric like this. The reason why is I want to give this eyelet fabric some body because it was so thin. So I decided to do that. And I'm just going to trim the excess lining off later on. Now it's time to attach the bodice to the skirt. I'm sorry guys, there was a missing clip here when I was doing the pleating. I accidentally forgot to push the record button, so forgive me for that. I promise you I'm going to do another pleated tutorial one of these days. And here I am just doing a basting stitch just to hold the pleats together. And now I am just going to pin the bodice on the skirt. Right sides are facing each other. And then sew it all along the edge. Here I'm just going to sew it just on top of the basting stitch. And here I am doing the armhole facing. So how to make the armhole facing is pretty much the same like we did for the neck facing. And here I'm just going to sew it about 1/4 of an inch from the edge. So I'm just going to sew it from here to the other end. And here I am sewing the side seam of the dress where the zipper is going to be. On the first 11 inches, I'm going to do a basting stitch, and then from there down all the way to the hemline, I'm going to do a regular stitch. And now I'm just going to place the zipper right in the middle of the seam. I'm just going to pin it to secure. I just basically followed the manufacturer's instruction for this one actually. After I sewn it, I'm going to seam rip the basting stitch that I made earlier. And yay! I have a zipper! It worked! Now it's time to finish the neck facing. I'm just going to fold it in and fold it one more time in the inside to hide the raw edges. I'm actually going to hand stitch it later on. And of course, it is the same process for the armhole facing. Just going to fold it in and then fold the raw edges, and then I'm going to hand stitch it. And now I am ready to finish the armhole facing. I'm going to start by making a loop and tying it to secure for a few times. And then I'm going to do probably about 1/2 inch distance from each other. and I'm going to loop it just like this. And be sure that you are only catching two fabrics, the facing and the lining. And then I'm going to repeat the same process for the neck facing, and that should be done. So that's it for today, and I really hope that you like this dress that I made today. And if you like it, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will see you soon. Bye!